I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about something real quick. I am multitasking. Okay. And I wanted to talk to you guys, especially you women, about some work that we're offering that is definitely guaranteed to work. Which is all about building a savings account and doing it within 1 to 3 months. Okay. All right. Now, obviously, a lot of you guys have been living from paycheck to paycheck, which is perfectly, normal. That's been normalized. Uh, that's perfectly fine. Okay. We've got plans and stuff that we can offer you to work with you on that. Okay. But so some of you guys, either you need grounding and you need stabilizing, okay? Because many of us, especially women, for some reason, those of us that have been picked at and picked on and harassed and stalked and all of this stuff, we've been talking about this destabilization plan and plots that people have done. In particular, some males in your life that were basically ops. And it's such a shame. It is such a shame because you know what? You know what's a shame about it? Is that they didn't even have to do things like that. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people, and those people, to me, they're not going to survive. That's not how you build wealth. They think that that's how you build wealth, but only a very, very tiny, tiny minority portion of the population has actually built in that way. And they're not doing it quite in the same way because those people that built all that wealth kind of doing the same thing, they have enough to give you back. So people that are doing that, ordinary, everyday people, they're never going to become millionaires or billionaires. Some people that have this weird thing to where they want to become a billionaire, and then they look at billionaires and they say, oh, well, this person did this and did that by taking advantage of people and blah blah blah, and putting women and children in the meat grinder, and doing blood sacrifices and all that stuff. And they're pretty stupid because none of those people are actually going to survive. But a lot of those people have really, really, really done the most. You know what I'm saying? And so um a lot of you guys, it's just constant ignorance, which ignorance is a sickness, not just jealousy. Ignorance is a sickness that is just floating around, swarming around us constantly. And so, a lot of you guys, the way you're going to build that savings is by possibly working your regular job or whatever it is that you do on a regular basis, but then doing some kind of side gig, or utilizing your creativity to put money away, okay, and to make money. So that's what's important right now. If you have not been able to do that, is to start on it now, is building a savings. Now, for me as a high priestess, I invested thousands of dollars in stones that are going to literally bring about a lot of stability, a lot of healing to my collective, and it already has, okay? But what I was going to say is that it's important to do that now, and it's important to come out of that possession of these impoverished and minded people. especially a lot of these males that you're dealing with. Because when you think about it very deeply, and it really, really, really grinds my gears. Hey, beautifully, I am divine. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, when you really think about it, a person that's trying to mess with your livelihood, that's death magic when you think about it. So you have to look at it at that as that. And yes, you do have to take it seriously. It's not a laughing matter. It's not. Let's get even deeper. You got a man in your life that is purposely destabilizing you, doing everything that he can to destabilize you. That is somebody that you have got to reevaluate and stop wasting time. Don't spend another day attached to a person like that. I speak from personal experience. Who, me? No, I'm not a Virgo, but I am a Virgo moon. My fourth house, I have Scorpio, but both of my parents were Virgos. But I'm a Cancer sun, so Cancers, we crave stability. We are stability. Like, we're just very stable people. You know what I mean? So. Oh, are you cool? Well, welcome to the channel. Getting back to what I was saying about, you need to stop. Like, if you ever say out of your mouth that a man is trying to destabilize your money and trying to make you dependent on him, you need to already be working on an exit plan. And I'm talking about initiating it. And if you come to my company and you talk to me about a male like that, we're going to be on red alert, because it's not just him. There's an entire consciousness behind that that has been devastating to women and children. So right off the bat, you got to get serious about that, and you cannot be dilly-dallying. Literally, when I have women that come to me that say that to me, my spirits is already on high alert. We already trying to clobber blop that person. You do not listen. I want to say this to women. This may apply to some men, like very few. If you have a man in your life trying to destabilize you, calling up to your job, doing all kind of stuff, you need to get him up out of your life immediately. But you can't just leave him. You have to do something while you're still in that situation. Okay? And see, that was something that when you have to plan ahead. Anybody. If you're, you know what I found out? I found out even if you leave a friendship with a woman, as a woman, you have to plan ahead. And it needs to involve stones and a collective and combination of stones. But mainly, especially if you are sleeping with a man, if you are having sex, whether or not it is unprotected, whether or not you're using a condom or not, you have got to understand what that man is putting inside of you on a very deep level inside of your womb. He is putting that inside of you, and he is it's almost like he's giving you parasites. That's a parasitic man. You do not want to be with a man like that. Why? Why is that? Well, he's probably not necessarily stable financially on his own, but even the ones that are financially stable, he don't have you on his life insurance. See, a man that wants you to be unstable financially doesn't give a damn about you. Because you know what? God forbid something happened to him and he leaves you destabilized. What are you going to do? He's not leaving you anything. A lot of y'all not even married to these men. And then why would you be with a man or marry a man like that? Most women are not going to marry a man like that. You got to wake up. You got to wake up to that fact. You cannot dilly-dally on that. And I understand. You know what I'm saying? Spending a few years involved with that situation, I get it. I get it. And I'm not one to judge, but I am the one with the solutions. Okay? So ever since Lugnasada, or some of y'all call it Lamas, the god La has been talking to me about savings, has been talking to me about stability. Like all of the work that I have been doing since then has been aimed at stability, balance, a savings. It is nothing wrong. They'll try to make you feel bad and make you feel like you're unworthy. It's nothing wrong with wanting to save money and to have money saved up for your security. It's nothing wrong with that. So we're doing a build a savings working that involves several things that I do. And you guys really, really, really need that savings because one day you're going to need it. Especially, for example, I want y'all to think about the movie called Enough with Jennifer Lopez. Remember in that movie Enough how J-Lo had a lot of support? Hey, Jerome Hart. Remember how she had a lot of support? That ain't normal. That's not the true story. A lot of y'all that are dealing with abusive men, you don't have no support. That abusive man is going to tear down any type of support system that you may have. Some of them will go to the next level and they will go to voodoo, hoodoo, witch, warlock practitioners to really screw you over. To the point where you can't just pack up and move, or, you know, you don't have the extra money to pay for your security and stability, because there is a way of making sure that that ex of yours that's looking for you, he may not be looking for you to unalive you, but he's probably looking for you so that he can throw stuff at you, so that he can watch you, so that he can be weird, so that he can curse your home, so that he can curse your car, maybe even tamper with your vehicle. Never know what he's trying to do. There are ways that of which you can stop that from happening. Because a lot of them are thinking, well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to always be able to find you because all I got to do is look it up on the internet. Y'all do know that there are ways of keeping your information private, but then also spiritually. See, a lot of people, I don't know why all of a sudden, I do know why, because all these fake psychics out here, they released a total opposite consciousness to everybody, to the point where people are like, well, I can't focus on spiritual stuff right now because I got to deal with this. And it's like, well, Honey, you do realize that the reason why you're going through this is because of spiritual stuff. So that was kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that happened, and spirit worked and scrambled to clear that out, because the reason why you're dealing with what you're dealing with is because of spirit. It's because of bad spirits. So everything that you're dealing with spiritually is manifesting into the physical. There is no disconnect. It's all connected. Okay. So it's important to start working on your savings now. There is money out there. We are not going through the Great Depression, y'all. That's not true. There's money out there. There's opportunity out there. There's jobs out there. Okay, so there's funding out there. However, it's been blocked. A lot of you guys are blocked. Like the last 2 or 3 women that came to my business, they were blocked. Had horrible blocks. I could see all of the, because there's a difference between being rich in spirit. You got all this savings. Your savings account is already there in spirit. You just haven't manifested it in the physical. And they've blocked your ability to be able to do that, even when you pray to God. There's a lot of people that have been deep in prayer and ain't nothing came through. And you wondering why? Has God forsaken me? Well, God is not forsaking you. It's just you're dealing with the universe, and somehow somebody has made the universe work totally against your favor. It's just, it is what it is. Okay. And you know what? So basically, what my spirits want you guys to start focusing on, in particular women, is having something in savings. A lot of the people that are attacking you, they may have had something in savings, or they do have something in savings, and they're stupid. They want to be better than you. People are so focused on competition that they don't care. People are dying. People are dying. People are out there starving because of people's obsession with competing with one another. It's disgusting. It doesn't matter. Humanity doesn't matter. Love doesn't matter as long as they can compete. So when you're dealing with a man like that, he's competing with you. Now, a lot of y'all have got spell work on you to where, when you have a good man, which a lot of y'all don't, and your good man is willing to help you, you want to reject it and say, nah, I want to do it. No, you should welcome that, because he's not, a good man is going to say, I support you. And you have to protect him. A man that is willing to support you in your endeavors while pursuing his own endeavors, you have to protect him. You can't be dilly-dallying. I've seen more men get torn down because of the love of their woman. I've seen men die because they supported a woman. Now, if you're a woman that's doing things that you shouldn't do, then I'm sorry. When people are doing something bad, that's obvious. When people are doing something horrible, right? And I'm going to get deep into this during this discussion, guys. And I was going to try to multitask. I am multitasking, actually. Let me go ahead and get this stuff going. He needs to be protected. And you need to know that he needs to be protected. When a man says, I support you, you can do anything. They can't stop you. When a man tells you that, that's the right one for you. When a man is willing to say, you know what, I know that you need my help right now, I'm going to help you. That, bingo, you've hit the jackpot. And he's never abusive to you, and you've got a good thing going. That's a man that should be protected. Y'all are protecting these abusers, and that's where you going wrong. It's too much protection going into these abusers, and they're bringing in a lot of negativity. Hey, Deborah, y'all have got to cancel these men that ain't about nothing. Cancel them. You should be done with somebody like that, because you know what? He playing with your life. And trust me, I've been there, done that with y'all. Y'all should be comfortable. Y'all should be safe. Y'all should be secure. You should be secure in knowing that your rent and your bills are paid 6 months in advance. Y'all should be secure. Instead, it ain't just these men, it's the world. It's that whole that's competing with you. It's this person that's doing something to you. And there is an entire collective that is behind that. There's an entire collective. So when you come to me, understand that you are dealing with something very serious that you have to take seriously. And I think my spirits want me to show you how serious it is. Now we've got the foundation for y'all. They want me to show y'all. We got the foundation for y'all. Okay, and I'm not worried about anybody plagiarizing my work. We got the foundation for y'all already. That's already done. Ooh, child, they ain't touching it. Look at all them orbs. Y'all see the orbs? Oh my goodness, don't play with that. Don't play with my yo-yo. Don't play with that. That ain't no joke right there. That's Mother Earth. And that's going to get bigger. That's going to get bigger. It is, trust me. It's going to get bigger. That's the small one. We're going to have a larger one by we'll have a large one. It'll be in an aquarium. We'll have a larger one set up before Samhain, which is Samhain, which is Old Hallows Eve. Okay, we'll have that set up. Okay, now listen. We're doing work, and the work that you need to be asking me about is a savings. A lot of y'all, I know that y'all be like, Jesus is gonna save me. Nothing wrong with that. I don't reject Jesus, okay? I don't. I reject the religion, but I don't reject Jesus. Okay. Now I do reject any kind of Holy Ghost. I don't trust the Holy Ghost, because that's somebody's spirits that you probably don't know. I don't do the Holy Ghost and all that stuff, okay? But the thing of it is that you need a savings is what you need. You need a savings. We all do. I'm right there with y'all, and I'm working on building a savings just with y'all. I'm not better than y'all. I'm not above y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people that already have it, they're not in the spirit to make sure that you have it, because they're too busy competing against you. So when you guys come to me, that competitive spirit, my spirits are going to challenge that. If you got a business, if you got a book you selling, if you've got products that you're selling, we're going to help you be a success. Why would this is what doesn't make any sense to me. Why wouldn't I want you to be a success? If you're a success, that would make me a success. So people that have that jealous heart, that to me is very ignorant. Why would I be running a business where I'm jealous of my clients? That's so stupid. And why? Don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had clients where, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I've had clients to where I've done money work for them and they just took off. And I was homeless. Well, not homeless. I was staying in a hotel. I was homeless. They shit took off. Was the client doing anything to me? Nope. It was because for me, like if you when you are running a spiritual business, you have to understand how to deal with the client's adversarial energy. And that is what makes a difference between a witch that knows what she's doing and a high priestess, which is considered to be top ranking. You have to know how to deal with the adversary, and many of them don't. They get stuck. They get stuck. This is something that I was blessed enough to learn of how to deal with the adversary. And the adversary is not men. Y'all need to get out of that. It's a system that has been established to exploit you, to sadistically rape you of everything. Are you afraid of it? You shouldn't be. If you scared, you need to get up underneath High Priestess Jamila. So I wanted to come and let you guys know that many of you guys are blocked. Many of you guys have glamour on you. Let me show you. I told y'all I was going to show y'all that work. This the work I did. This the work that I did with Medusa. Right here. Okay. This work I did with Medusa. Now some of y'all need more of something like my water wards, and I am going to do a water ward for that because glamour is something that is done quite a bit. Glamour is where they are tapping into shamanism, and I've told them to be careful with that now. Because many of us have a background and a bloodline with shamans. And once we get in there and we tap in to whatever it is that you're doing out of ignorance, we're going to tear you up. We're going to tear you up. So guys, you do not have to be dirty out here. Everybody that has done that is going to suffer the repercussions, because there are a lot of witches and a lot of high priestesses out here like me. I saw one just a few weeks ago. She offers very reasonably priced hoodoo work to people to help them, because you know what I'm saying. And so I'm doing that as well. But the thing of it is that you have to be careful out here, y'all, because you can't just do the work for free. Like what I do is the startup. Like, and so, for example, on a normal basis, like a curse reversal with a ward, with a cleanse, with a grounding, right? That's gonna run you possibly, depending on the situation, 1,500 to 5 to sometimes 10 grand, okay? Especially if you're warding off generational curses, okay? Now, right now, my work is like so deeply discounted, it ain't even funny. It's serious, okay? So you'll still get the discount, right? And so basically, you know, instead of it being that price, you're going to pay like 3 to 6 to 900. And if you guys need payment arrangements, I'm offering payment arrangements for you guys, okay? And we don't make it difficult or hard for you to make your payment arrangements. We don't do that, so nobody can make that excuse. We make it easy for you. My spirits want to spoil you. They don't want to hurt you. My spirits want you spoiled. They want you pampered, especially if you want a mind. And you know what? I've been living like a swamp witch or something. You know, even though I don't mind the swamp, I actually been wanting to go down to Louisiana and visit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying anything negative about swamp witches, okay? But it just you know, it's not meant to be out at, you know, and even when they want you hustling and tussling around, groveling, they're disgusting people. You know, I still make it look good. I don't move fast for nobody. I ain't doing that. I am a whole trip, and y'all already know that. They try to treat you like you some damn hoe. That's basically like I can't stand that, and I will destroy a man that does that. Please believe that. Like ain't none of these males got nothing on me. And even if it was a million man march, they are weak, they are spineless, and we will destroy them. Okay, and can't nobody protect them, and that Bible ain't gonna do nothing for them because they shouldn't be doing that to begin with. Okay, so we that's the work that you guys need to be asking about, is building a savings for yourself. And you can do that within 1 to 3 moon cycles, okay? Um, Depending on the situation. You got to get the consultation so that we can figure out what's going on. Okay. One of the reasons why I use the cards is because the cards are connected to planets, they're connected to constellations, and they have a very, very deep connection to witchcraft and magic, and they tell me a lot. So a lot of people will try to discount the cards. They'll say, oh, you're not a real psychic because you use the cards, which is totally stupid. Those people do not know what they're talking about, and there's nobody that's going to give a testimonial that says anything, okay? One thing that I just ask of my clients is that once I get you to a position to where you're strong, don't turn it around on me and talk crazy to me. Like, I literally had a client that did that to me, and she owes me a big apology. Like, I literally filled her up. I filled her up with all kinds of strength and self-love and adoration for herself. And when she got to a point where she was already doing that within that time frame, like, you know, to where I had given her the clarity, I had removed a bunch of the stuff, she turned it around on me and was like, and I really hope that she apologized to me, because you know what I'm saying, because that it kind of, it really hurt my feelings, you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, I done carried you through all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, got you through it, and then you throw me like don't do me like that, you know what I'm saying. I don't know what she was tripping off of. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, it was really, really hurtful. It really hurt my feelings. Don't do me like that. Because I don't want, because I'll build people up, and you know, maybe she was always a snake. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to me. I don't deserve that. Take the it ain't that I gave it to you. It's just that I really put you on. I removed all these blockages from you. I healed you in several areas, you know what I'm saying? And just don't do me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, wow. I was just like, wow, bro, like, for real? Like, that's crazy, you know? Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. All right, I need 2 more. So, you know, just don't do me like that, y'all. Please don't. It is never a competition. Even if you're a practitioner. Okay, don't feel like, you know, even if you do your own work, okay? And y'all need to quit modeling after all of these women that hate other women. That's not going to do you any good. Because all of us are not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just actually quite shocked and disappointed at the behavior of women, and I think it's because a lot of women are underneath these men that are nasty, disgusting. Ain't nothing more nasty and disgusting than a nasty ass man. He want to see a mud fight between two women. I'm disgusted by men like that. They doing too much. They doing way too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that kind of stuff, y'all. I don't like nothing perverted. The hell out of my face with that perverted crap. I do not like that. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's where I'm throwing off. Okay. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you a practitioner that wants your own business, I'll support you on that. That's so stupid. What am I gonna do? Go out here and help everybody in the world? Whatever it is that you're doing has nothing to do with me. You're going to pull in clients that are connected to you on some level. So why would I be worried? It's some people are just, they're not, it's been so much glamour and so much fake stuff going on, especially in social media. It's been driving me crazy. And you know what, guys, this fall and this winter, I really am going to finally get a break. Like I'm starting a job this month after we move, and I can't wait because it'll give me a break from social media. I hate I like a lot of the spiritual community in social media. Like I said, there's some spiritualists on here that I watch and I enjoy, but what I've been seeing, I don't like it. Like it's you know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on here? You know? So it just, because they playing, and they show right. They show, you know what, you show found the right person. Because what they do is they play around with your life and they real goofy. Like, why are you doing goofy stuff and you think it's cool to try to have these women, and spirit don't like you, especially if it's a goddess reborn. Spirit is cursing the hell out of those people. Got these goddesses running from pillar to post. You don't now. You don't do that. And I'm with you. I'm not a lesbian though. I'm not bisexual. I ain't gotta be a lesbian or bisexual, y'all. Like, come on now. But I'm with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got to think about you all the time. I'm not an obsessive person. You know what I'm saying? And you at home with your man, sis, and I'm with mine. You know what I'm saying? I ain't thinking about you. Go do your thing. Let's do the jump off. You go do your thing. You give me a testimonial. You give me a little bonus or whatever, and you say, Jamila, I just wanted to come show you some love. I won the lotto. You know what I'm saying? I thought about you. And let me send you about 100 grand because I won the lotto, Jamila. Not saying that you got to send me 100 grand, but you going to think about me if you win the lotto, because you're going to be like, let me go ahead and bless Jamila. We supposed to be what they call that, compadres or something. And these people running around here with hate. It ain't natural. It ain't natural. I want you, listen, as a woman, I want you and your children to be in a safe place. Or if you got children, I want you to be in a safe place, in a good neighborhood, where you ain't worrying about no mold. You ain't got no lead paint. Your children can go out and play in the backyard. I want y'all to have gardens. I want y'all to be growing vegetables and herbs and stuff. I want that for you. When I see a client that does that, it brings tears to my eyes. It makes me happy. I don't, and I mean that from every orifice of my heart. And you got people out here that's just like, well, if I'm going through some changes, that person, I can't with that. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now is we're building a savings, and then also there's other things that we've been doing big time. I've had a couple of clients to where, because I don't just use the cards. I mean, there's certain things in the cards that the cards will show me. But, if you done had, like, because they got some of these covens to where if they got a problem with you, it'll be about 30 people burying you in their backyard or burying you under a tree or burying you, and you ain't did nothing to them. And the sad part about it is that a lot of y'all like, well, I'm a good person. What? You ever heard the saying, bad things, why do bad things happen to good people? That's why. So I be doing things for y'all, and then all of us, and you know how I can tell that somebody done did a poppet of you and buried it either at a cemetery or somewhere else, is because I'll just feel like congestion. I'll get congested when I'm doing a reading for you. I'll feel this. It'll kind of rush over me a little bit. Congestion. And that's how I know. That's how I can tell when somebody trying to bury me. I done had people bury me in a damn cemetery like a 200, 300 times. I done had people do dolls on me, and they hate me so much that they done disemboweled the doll. Like, how the hell these heifers, they will take chitlins, y'all. I swear to God, I saw somebody do. Y'all, I swear to God. I swear on my life. Y'all, I done seen a heifer do a clay doll and put chitlins inside the doll's stomach. Let the doll solidify, and the bitch did a ritual to disembowel me. I said, girl, I said, you creative. I said this, I said, you fucking yourself up because of you trying to do that to me, and that shit ain't gonna fare well for you. But I can see it. I could see it clearly. I was like, why is she doing that? A lot of y'all like, shit, Jamila, I need to do that to somebody. Don't do that to me, because the heifer ended up with stomach cancer. Don't do that to Jamila. Don't do that to Jamila. She ended up with stomach cancer. And she probably ain't even know she got it, but she got stomach cancer right now. All up and through her bowels. All up and through her bowels. She got stomach cancer for doing that. Not that I cause cancer, because a lot of people think that cancer is because I'm a. No, it's not that. She probably had that before. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of person that she is. Why would you do that? What did I do to you? I ain't did nothing to you. Why are you attacking me? You know what I'm saying? Why would you attack me? I wouldn't. Couldn't nobody pay me to attack me. I'm just saying, y'all. Okay. Can't nobody pay me to attack somebody that don't deserve it. Now, in some circumstances, sometimes some work got to be done on a person, because it may be some things that we're setting the record straight, bringing about balance and destiny into fruition. And that person may be fighting back to fight against destiny and time, and they not supposed to be doing that. Okay. So, but it depends on the situation, okay? There's rare circumstances of that. So, but anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Y'all need to work on their savings. I know that I'm working on mine. I know that I got a few thousand in savings, but it's all in the form of my crystals. I have a lot of crystals. A lot. I have a lot. I have a lot. You know what I mean? I invested a lot of money in crystals. Of course, I didn't pay full price for them, but I still paid a hefty price. Hefty. Hefty. Okay? Shout out to my supplier, Azure Green. love my supplier. I protect them too because some of these people are crazy. Y'all better quit attacking these businesses and stuff. I'm looking for something, y'all. That's why I told y'all I was multitasking. I'm looking for something. So y'all get at me, okay? My sale ends on the 13th. I'm not extending past that. Even if you like, well, Jamila, I don't get paid till the 15th. Come and put something down, honey, to get it started, okay? Because that's my cutoff date is the 13th. And I'm not joking about that cutoff date. So that's in 2 days. Okay. I do have clients sometimes, they like, Jamila, I don't want your special. They be like, what can I pay? They be like, how much does your services cost? If you want to do that and pay full price, you can, but especially for women. I want to do this for your children, okay? I want to do it for your children. Women and their children need to be protected. I am not the type of woman that would attack a woman and her children or her husband, okay? Your husbands need to be, especially if you got a good husband, you need to be protected, okay? Also asked me about, a cheaper way to deal with your generational curses. Okay. Why can't I find what I'm looking for, y'all? Now, I just had it. Is this it? Okay, is this it? Yeah, this is one of them that I'm looking for. Okay, where's the other one? Okay, get it in because there's going to be at some point that I'm not going to be gone for a couple of days. Like, literally is, because I'm moving house. But literally as soon as we move. And you'll be doing a housewarming, which means that you'll be highly blessed, So get it in. Start that savings account. I ain't for all that. I ain't for all that trying to create poverty for a woman. Don't ever trust nobody that's up to that. Don't ever trust no woman that's up to that. Don't ever do it. I don't care what her excuse is. I don't care what her excuse is. Even if you a bad person, don't trust no female like that. She cannot be trusted. No. No, honey. No. Don't do it. Leave people like that alone. Don't even look at them. don't, I know that because I've been talking about Medusa. You know how they say don't look Medusa in the eye, whatever. No, don't make eye contact with somebody like that. Don't even do that, okay? And I'm not into that racism stuff either, but I will tell you that when it comes to I accept all races of people. Okay, I don't participate in that. But the thing of it is about having white clients is that a practitioner of my race does have to be careful. And as far as with that is concerned, child, we did work to deal with that months ago. Like, don't nobody, listen, racism is death and destruction. I don't do stuff like that. I don't participate and I don't do things like that. That ain't Jamila's type of hype. Okay? I don't do things like that. No, thank you. No, thank you. I like for my heart to sing on a daily basis. I like to be able to breathe easy. I like to be able to breathe deeply. I like to feel good. That's an ugly, ugly thing. Racism is ugly. That's the ugliest bitch in the world is racism. I don't like that shit and I don't deal with that. whether or not it's coming from either side, that hate that goes into it. I don't even like to tap into those fucking frequencies. I don't. Okay. I don't like to tap into that. Okay. So I do accept all races of people, but I just make sure that that energy, because that's a system. Racism is a system. Racism is a system. Okay, any race of a person can be a crappy person. In fact, I've had more black people that have done me dirty, 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 dirty than anybody else. Okay? So, and that doesn't mean that I have something against black people either. I don't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, all this crap they done had out here in social media to do all this crap because they've been doing a lot of glamour and trying to make it look like something, make you feel some type of way. I, Jamila don't play that. Okay, I don't play those games with people. I'm not about playing games like that. Okay, all right. No matter what you doing, which I do feel like, there are a lot of black women out there that do need help. But the issue is that y'all gotta come up out of that mentality. Like, there's been a lot of frequencies that have went out there when it comes to black women, especially when it comes to certain things, like when it comes to spirituality. It's been a lot, and it's a lot of different opinions. It's a lot of different views of spirituality. um You know what I mean? It's a lot of different views and opinions on that. And I'm not going to get into it like that. Let's focus on what I'm talking about. So, you guys are going to need a savings, okay? And you're going to want to start building it so you can have money in the bank. So, that's something that I'm quite good at. I've done it. I've done it several times over. I've done it, okay? uh and you know what I'm saying, and I'm happy that I've gotten to the point where I have completely disconnected myself from these egregores and collective consciousnesses in social media. And I think, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. This one is the one. Hold on. No, it ain't that one. Hold on. It's this one. This one is the one that I made for head. And look at this. Oh my God. Look at this, y'all. What the hell? Oh, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Look at that. What the hell going on here? Why is it all that? Look at that. My goddess. I just did this damn thing. It done took a hit. I just did this. Look at that. Look at, look at that at the bottom. Oh my goodness. I did put some spirit powder in there, but damn, like that looked like sand. Okay. So this is this one right here. And and I think that's to help you, that's to ward off mind readers and psychics, because they constantly trying to, they want to know what you're thinking. And then also psychic attacks. So that was something that was necessary for me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I know it was necessary for me. And it's been pretty good so far today. I don't need to light no tea light over it. If I do, it's like get gizzard. Okay. So some of y'all do need that because for some reason, people are behaving more like parasites. Like what the fuck? Why and they wonder why they ain't got nothing. They wonder why nobody takes them seriously. They wonder why, because you just sitting up there focusing on other people that you shouldn't be focused on. That don't make no sense to me. So that one's pretty good as far as like and then it's a lot of other things that like when you get your readings, I look and see what you need and I let you know what you need and then we go from there. Okay. All right. So my website is divineservicesapothecary.com. I look forward to seeing a lot of you guys soon. You guys can come and talk to me. It is confidential. I am not involved with any of these networks of so-called witches on here. I don't have any involvement with them at all. At all. I'm not involved with any sector or any network of anybody. Just FYI, I don't talk to nobody about your work. Nobody hears about your work. And oh, yeah, that jar also stops them from remote viewing. So they can't remote view either. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe. Hit that thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.